Okay, it is 6:01, so let's call this meeting to order. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes? Does anyone have any questions, comments, revisions regarding the minutes? Okay, can I move that we accept them as presented.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the minutes are approved. All right, Jack, are you on? It's time for the treasurer's report.
Jack, you need to unmute
No, go
yourself.
ahead.
There you go.
It looks good. Anybody got questions on it? Hearing none, I will move it.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, I'll let Holly decide who got there first. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
On
Any
the
opposed?
unpaid bills, it's a total of
Aye.
$64,142.90.
Okay, and everyone got and has a chance to look at the new unpaid bills that were sent out earlier this afternoon, correct? Did anyone not get that? Okay. Does anyone have any questions on those bills?
I see there's a big insurance bill on both of them. Are those separate bills? The 33,182 is on the new one, and it looked like it was on the.
Yeah, that was just, it was from the, yeah, I think it was on the original list. And then we had some additions come in. So it was a big change from the budget and finance, but I don't think there was more than one. Yeah, the 33 was just the, the annual renewal with Perry and Carroll, but we didn't pay that at the executive meeting.
All right, that makes sense.
It was just on the budget and finance before, I think.
Okay, any other questions or concerns?
Move it.
Can I get a second?
I have to abstain because I didn't have a chance to see that until a few minutes before I turned on, so I didn't
Okay.
see it.
So,
I'll second it.
Okay. Kevin, welcome. We're looking at the unpaid bills. Have you had a chance to take a look at that?
Can I take a glance at them quickly? I'm sorry.
Sure. And it's the one that just came earlier this afternoon.
Okay.
Clever enough to do that.
Oh, what's the insurance for Perry and Carroll?
Holly?
Yep, that's
Health
just
insurance.
the annual coverage, the for the for the property, the property, the materials of the library, the like the lawsuit, the board, let me get it here.
Well, the big one is it's not monthly; it's annual.
Right. That's the good news, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's, it's our, it's the bookmobile and then all of the property that we own and the papers and the things within the library. I mean, there's a whole breakdown, crime, flood.
That like business, it's like the liability coverage.
Liability, that's the word, thank you.
Business
Yes.
liability.
That was the word that was eluding me.
Okay. Any other questions, Kevin? or anybody else? All right, so Jack moved and I forget who seconded.
I did.
Okay, all right, everyone in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, and Phyllis, you're abstaining, is that correct?
Correct. I'm not smart enough to figure out how to look at it now and at the same time.
Okay, fair enough. Ron, any correspondence?
Yes, surprisingly, we've got 2 pieces of mail. We have, which is a card for Kim. It's from a woman by the name of Kathy Cargasson. She's talking about the great choices Kim has made in introducing her to new authors. She's enjoyed all of them. Every time she gets a new batch of books, she gets excited to see what new authors Kim has chosen. She said, "You're a great asset to the library system. I really enjoy them, especially the series ones." Again, Kathy Cargasson.
Good for
And you
Kim.
passed that on to Kim, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, she's already seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we got a second one. Card.
Oh,
Pretty
pretty.
cover. It's from a woman by the name of, excuse me, Karen Mosteller. And it's to all the workers at the Steele Memorial Library. This comes to thank you for all your hard work in challenging times, keeping the library functioning to the very best of your abilities, and for the benefit of everyone in the community. She says she hopes that all members and patrons are as thankful as she's been to be able to get books through the remote pickup during the laud COVID breakdown. She also gave us a $200 donation, which can be used for wherever we choose to use it.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That's it.
All right. So on to the president's report. Me. So earlier in the month, I reached out to the woman who's representing the union, and she said that she would get back to me with dates as to when the union wanted to begin negotiations. I have not yet heard back from her as to what those dates are going to be. I should probably email her again, but I don't want to seem too pushy. But Anne has volunteered to be part of the negotiating committee. If anyone else would like to get in on that, let me know. I talked to Kim Middow, our lawyer, and we sort of got the ball rolling in terms of, letting her know that we were doing contract negotiations and making sure that she had a copy of the contract, which Ron was happy enough to send her a current one. And yeah. Do all of you have copies of the current contract?
Mhm.
If you do not and you would like one, Ron can send you one, so be sure to send him an email letting him know that you want one if you want one and don't have one. That's it from me, I think. Stay safe. Yeah. Ron?
Okay. You guys were talking about COVID earlier. You're probably aware that New York State public employees are eligible for the shot. We've been notifying staff of availability in our area. Caroline's been sending out an email probably every other day or every third day. Governor Cuomo issued an executive order that employees are not charged with paid time off in order to get the vaccine. They can get up to 4 hours of time. So that's a new change. As far as expanding our hours, I believe I mentioned last time, I would like to reopen for regular hours at all branches on April 5th. The staff was notified. I gave them 3 weeks to prepare for the change in hours. It'll be still Monday through Thursday, 9 in the morning till 9 at night. Friday will be 9 to 5. Horseheads will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to 8. Thursday and Friday, 9 to 5. We're not doing Saturday hours. We probably won't until the fall. Any questions on that?
Can I just add something for you to have? Ron?
Sure.
I was just talking to Pete from the health, well, health department.
Never heard of them.
He said, he said they'll have a public link available for their clinics, and I can make sure you get the email for that for your staff.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, to get their vaccines.
Yeah, we've got a few vaccinated so far. I got my second this morning. So,
Okay.
Nice.
our interviews went extremely well. We actually had 12 candidates for a full-time clerk, part-time clerk, and 2 library page openings. Somebody say something?
I said, wow.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was stunned. It's the most, seriously, the most candidates we've had in one series of interviews since I've been here. So we were.
So was that mostly internal or from the community who were?
8 were internal, which is a record, and 4 were from outside the library. So I think we did pretty good on this. The successful candidates were Sean Lehman. Currently, he's a part-time clerk at Horseheads. He's going to get promoted to full-time clerk at Steel Circulation. Scott Malott was promoted to library clerk here at Steel in Circulation. We're hiring 2 new pages, Clayton Sampsell for Steel Circulation and Wendy Walton for Horseheads. We still have 1 page vacancy at Horseheads. We had a 3rd candidate interviewed. We were going to hire her, but when we offered her the position, she said she couldn't work the hours. So we decided to pass on her. We're also going to have to hire a new page as Amada Gonzalez, who works here at Steel in Circulation, is retiring. So, and I will send the personnel actions for these approvals for the next meeting. The break room. I know Ann loves to hear about the break room.
Is it done yet?
It's the project that keeps on rolling. We've had 2 partial walls installed. The floor is complete. The room has been painted. The ceiling grid is in place, but we don't have the panels yet. They're putting in the cabinets. They'll be back tomorrow to finish putting up the cabinets. The electricians and the plumbers will be in next week. Ceiling tiles probably won't be delivered for a couple more weeks. What we have to do now is purchase a new fridge and tables and chairs. We're thinking of getting the same tables we purchased for Horseheads. It was a good deal with New York State pricing. So I'm going to talk to Holly about that tomorrow. She's got to pick out the color because I can't.
You're only saying that because you're colorblind, but will there be enough space once it's completed for there to be social distance while people eat, or will they still have to eat in the conference room even with the new
Typically, in the break room, you only have maybe 2, maybe 3 people at a time. It's
So
really,
there's enough socially distanced.
yeah, the way they rotate for lunches and breaks, so it's really not packed. But yeah, and the tables are going to be on wheels, so we can maneuver them as we have to, just to make it work.
Okay.
We've got a new ProAction employee. His name's John Howard. He's assisting Lewis with cleaning the facility. Currently, he's working from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. When we open the extended hours on April 5th, he will work from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. One of his duties will be to clean the restrooms at 1 p.m. and at 30 p.m. Last thing I have is I sent out an email regarding trustee training. It's free. They're offering things such as legal issues, board decision-making, fundraising, promoting your organization, financial issues, and human resources. So if you don't have the email, let me know. I sent it out, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday.
And was that STLS offering these things?
No, it's a nonprofit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember a name. Yeah.
I responded and asked them to send me reminders the night of the meetings. And the public here on my couch wants to know why we're not going to be open on Saturdays.
Because traditionally, would only be open till the second week in May. We didn't want to cause confusion and open Saturdays for 5 or 6 weeks. It just seemed kind of,
Okay,
we want the public to get used to the new hours and then not have to turn around and yank some hours back.
did you hear that, David?
The public, huh?
The public.
Hey, Ron, the pandemic operation plan is on the agenda for your report also.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Did everybody have a chance to read it?
Yes.
Did anybody have any issues with it?
I like the
So,
statement to throw your arm away if you sneeze in your elbow. But
You gotta have some fun. So unless there's issues with it, I would like to get it approved tonight so I can submit it to New York State.
I move that we approve.
I'm sorry, can I just ask a quick question? Were there
Sure.
any changes since you sent it out in the email?
Second.
We added what you sent me, Crystal.
Oh, okay, about the PPE.
Yes.
Okay, so all the employees had a chance to give their input and stuff like that.
I gave it to the employees before I sent it to you guys.
Gotcha, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt it. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I know somebody.
What did Crystal add? What did Crystal add?
Personal protective equipment?
There was a section under situation where they listed the things that they would do during the pandemic, and I just thought they should add that they would, if there was a need to wear masks, that they would, just because it wasn't in there. And I didn't want people to argue about whether or not it was in there for them to have to do it. It said it under PPE, but it didn't say it for the specific situational overview.
Okey-doke.
Thank you.
All right.
I move that we accept it.
I moved it.
Somebody moved it.
Seconded it.
I second.
Okay, so someone seconded. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Awesome. Ron, so the personnel actions for this time around were also on the agenda.
Yes, we do have to add one. Holly, it's Michelle Barrett. Do you remember what step she's going to?
Yeah, she's going to 8:15.
Okay. It's a contractual step increase, so pretty much a no-brainer. So if
Okay, so
I to approve,
I move that we accept the personnel actions as amended to add Michelle.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the personnel actions pass. Okay.
Hey, Rachel, I think
yes.
we need to also vote to let Ron sign the checks.
I've got it in my
that,
hot
yeah.
hands.
So is that you moving that? Can I get a second?
Yes.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Excellent. Thank you for reminding me, Carl, because I totally forgot. On to the committee reports. So executive committee, you all have the minutes. Does anyone have any questions about those minutes?
Yeah, the date for the next meeting is wrong. It's Wednesday, April 7th.
Whoops. All right, thank you for that correction. And it's also wrong on the buildings and grounds meeting. That's the wrong date, so keep that in mind for the next time. Were there any other questions, comments, concerns about anything on that meeting? Okay, moving on to budget and finance.
Minutes speak for themselves. Another short meeting. Everything's been that we did there has been talked about already.
On to buildings and grounds.
So I wasn't at the building and grounds meeting. I had another work meeting, conflict. Ron pretty much covered most of it, but can you tell us, there was a $25,000 bill for the contractor? Like, what percentage or kind of what that covered?
You know what? I don't know if I have the info in front of me.
Yeah, I kind of put you on the spot there, but
Yeah, no, it was like the removal of the materials, cabinetry materials, cabinetry labor, drywall material, drywall labor, the flooring, painting. And we've still got about 8,000 or so to pay, I believe. I'll get the accurate numbers for you.
but it sounds like they're a good chunk of the way through it.
Literally, it looks like they just got to finish a couple cabinets, install the electrical and the plumbing next week, and we're good to go. We just have to wait for the ceiling tiles, which are going to take a couple weeks.
Yeah, but it can function without ceiling tiles.
Yeah, yeah. So we're very, very happy about that.
Oh, and you also had a variable speed pump for building and grounds asked for?
Yes.
Did that get, do we have to approve that or anything, or?
It's an expenditure over 1,000, so yes.
Have we gotten
So-
the bill for
1,000.
it? Have we gotten the bill for that? So, or was it already?
No, it's through the county.
Okay, so we'll get charged for it eventually, but we haven't as of yet. Is that? Okay.
Yep.
We don't need to authorize the county to purchase it or anything?
No, they can do it.
All right.
Okay. Personnel committee.
Yeah, so we did not meet for this month, but we are working on finalizing the director evaluations. And you should be seeing those in your emails in the next couple days. So please take a few minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I got mine today. The link to the evaluation form.
Oh.
You meant to send that out today, correct? Or
I
I got
was
mine
sending
too.
Yep, I was sending it to the committee just for make sure it looked okay before I sent them out to the general public, so to speak.
Cool. But we should on the committee fill it out and then or no, just evaluate it.
And either or, both.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
And actually, I think the one I sent you guys was the staff one because it's a little bit more in depth. So I will follow up with a board one to you as well.
Okay, so we shouldn't take the staff one because.
So don't take the staff one.
Okay.
You do understand that she sent them out to the committee, the personnel committee, to review today.
Right.
We just heard that, but I didn't know at first. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
So they don't fill out the staff one, but
They just look at it and make sure that they approve of the way the questions are.
yeah.
Correct.
All right, thank you, and I'll get back to you soon on that.
And when does the other come out? You said in 2 or 3 days to the rest of us? Or?
Yeah, our plan was to have them out so that they have about a 10-day turnaround. And our goal was to get them back by April 1st. So if we follow that plan, they would go out on Sunday. So I sent it out to the committee today just to make sure we had make sure we were all on the same page, all the changes got made that we wanted to make, and make sure we were all on the same page before it goes out to the board and to the staff on Sunday.
Okay.
So you would like us to comment before Sunday, the personnel committee themselves?
That would be great. And we only will really change that first section.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else to add, Penny?
I think that's it.
All right, election continuity.
Did you say election?
Yes, she did.
I can't hear you very well.
Sorry.
No one that I listed at the last meeting told me they weren't going to run except Ann. So I'd like to ask Ann to tell us, she said that there were people that she was trying to contact. Would you like to talk, Ann?
Well, I have called 3 people, but they're all involved in other things. So I have a few more I'd like to contact before we send out a general alert. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And I presume that everybody else is going to run again. If you're not, please email me immediately. Thank you. Otherwise, I'll presume that you're going to run again. That's it.
Okay. There's nothing that we need to enter executive session for. Is there any old business?
May I go back to advocacy for a minute? We have not met, and I don't presume we're going to right away, but I wondered if all of the trustees are getting the STLS messages about responding to our representatives in the state. I presume everybody's getting it. I always get it because I'm considered an advocate, and a lot of us are. But I would like for each one of us to become an honorary member of the advocacy committee and respond to these emails that we get from STLS, if you get them. They're usually saying, thank your congressman for giving us increased funding, things like that.
I am not getting these things.
You're not? Okay.
No.
Ron, shouldn't all of our trustees be getting these?
They should. I'll talk to Brian, but if in the future, if I get anything, I'll make sure I forward it out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. They've just sent recently a new one about, well, it asks you to become an advocate. And I guess because we took these bus trips or something, we signed up a while back when we went to Albany to advocate for the library. But I do think it's important that each one of us trustees responds to these and gives thanks for our increased funding. So that's all I have to say about the advocacy committee.
I've gotten them too from STLS. Is there anybody here that hasn't gotten them? That didn't get the last one a few days ago?
Well, apparently.
Except Kevin. Kevin's not getting them. Mark, are you getting them?
Mark's muted.
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. Took me a minute to get unmuted.
So it's relatively easy to go ahead and respond to those. They make it easy anyway, you know. Got to push a few buttons and they will send your name in, and you'll probably get a thank you from your representatives.
You know,
Yeah, I was just about to say more emails.
the only rep I've gotten a thank you from is somebody who we're not even in her district.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the only one who's responded.
I get responded from everybody.
Really?
I usually do too. Yeah. Okay. Well, sometimes it's tricky getting, you know, if you forget your password or if they don't have your email address correct, but on the whole, I think it's something we could do and should do.
I agree, Ann.
Okay.
All righty, thank you, Ann. Does anyone have anything to add for new business or old business?
Nope.
Okay. Does Pat's husband want to express some more public?
Do you have any public expression, dear?
Watch your language.
He's waiting to go to Bible study.
Okay.
Phyllis, I have one question.
Okay.
Phyllis,
Yeah.
when did you want to present these resolutions that we have to vote on
May.
about running the
We always
election?
do it in the May, and Rick and I have already, Rick wrote a report already.
Right, that's why I'm reading
Do it
it.
in May.
Okay. Good enough.
Okay.
All right. Be sure to let Holly know that's going to be what we're voting on in May so that it can go on the agenda.
Oh, okay. We'll just do it in the election, when the election committee report, Holly, for May. Okay.
All right. If there's nothing anybody else has to add, can I get someone to move we adjourn?
So moved.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. Thank you all for coming and have a good night.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.